Hey, how you doing, family? This is Randy again, and I want to make another presentation. This will be part two of my home tour. Now, the first tour that I gave, it was in regards to the pre-installation phase, or the rough end, as some call it. Now, on the rough end is where the four trades of HVAC, electrical, plumbing, and carpentry or framing, they perform their initial task in getting the home ready. And so that's where we were on the first tour. Fortunately, we passed. And so now we have been permitted to perform the pre-drywall phase. And in the pre-drywall phase is where you put your insulation in. Now, there are several forms of insulation. The most popular is fiberglass, of course, and then there's rock wool, and there's different ones. But the one that probably costs the most, but is the most efficient, is foam. There's two types of foam. There's open cell foam and there's closed cell foam. Open cell foam is the least costly of the two. When I first got estimates for insulating the house, the insulation contractor told me that foam would be about three times the cost of fiberglass, and so I disregarded that. But due to manufacturing and cost deflation in that area, you can get open cell foam pretty competitively now. And so when we consider the insulation for this house, we went with a hybrid. Okay, the reason we did that and the reason that foam can be more expensive is anytime that a attic area is accessible, it must be precluded with a thermal barrier, and that adds to the cost. If it's a section of the attic that's inaccessible, then that thermal barrier is not required. So there are a couple places in here, and I'll show you that were inaccessible. So I was allowed to put foam in the attic. But for the vaulted ceiling areas and other areas of the house, we went with fiberglass. I think the house will be very tight, though, regardless of that hybrid approach. Uh, Insulation is where you really save money. That's where you get your bang for the buck. So sometimes it may be worth it to spend a little more up front and save money through energy efficiency on your electrical bill. So I posted some stuff yesterday on the cell phone insulation. Today they got started on some of the fiberglass. So I just want to share with you some of the things that were done. So take a little walk with me if you don't mind. Okay, this is the foyer area, the entrance of the home. And when we talked about vaulted ceilings, this is the vaulted ceiling for the living room. And so you can see that they had installed fiberglass. Now, this is called R38, and the R is the resistance value, and 38 is a measure of its thickness. So R38 is about 12.8 inches thick, you know. And then these are called knee walls here on the edges. So they put, I think, like a R19 or something in there, but they also add this thermal wrap so that it doesn't fall out. And you can see the same thing over here on the knee wall here. So, and this is another vaulted ceiling here. This is the dining room. And so, again, R38 insulation in the dining room. You can see my wires there. I don't think I had that last video. I decided to put some additional lights in here, and so we'll just take a little walk around. I showed yesterday this wall here. I showed the preparation for the foam. It's pretty neat to see them do it. They're real good at what they do. They're very thorough. These windows, you can see that they even sealed, like the windows here. They sealed that, sealed them down here. One nice touch they really did. If you look down here at the floor, that's called the floor seal plate. They caulked that area, and this is the exterior wall. Now, something that you see, this green coloring on the wood, and I talked about this here. I pre-treated this wood with a product called Boracare with mold care, and it's boric acid, and it's mixed in a liquid form, and it lasts a lifetime. And if termites ever get in and chew on that, they'll take it back to their nest and they'll die. And so that was quite a job, but I did it, and I'm glad I did. And you can see something I did yesterday. God, a lot of work. But every hole, penetration that is made by wire, you have to seal it up with a foam called fire block. And so I had to do that. Every penetration over this whole house. That was a lot of work on yesterday, but we got it done. I knew they were coming tomorrow. Originally, they were supposed to come on the 20th, but they called me and said, hey, we got to open and we can come. So I said, come on. So we got down here and did it. So we'll just look at a little bit of this. Now, this is interesting. This is bedroom 1. Now, you see, you don't have to do the interior walls in a house. That serves no purpose. It's just the exterior wall. And the purpose is you want the conditioned air that's on the inside of the house to stay inside of the house, and you want the non-conditioned air on the outside of the house to stay outside. And so that's what I mean by making it tight. You make it where there's very little leakage. And I think the guys did a tremendous job. Now, one of the things they did, and I'll talk about it later, but they put vents. You see those white things up there? Those are vents. And what happens is when they're gonna put blow-in insulation in this attic, and it's pretty thick, and so you don't want to retard the flow of air coming in the house. So they put those vents so that the air from the soffits, I'll show you right here. All the soffits have vents. If you can see that, about every 4 feet, soffits have vents. I don't know if you can see that, but anyway. Air comes in through the vents, and it comes in through your roof. And then it exits the roof through what's called the ridge vent, which is at the very top of the roof. So you want to keep that flow of air. So they put these vents in so that it doesn't retard the airflow and set you up for a condition where you might have mold. Now, one of the things I talked about also, you don't need to do your interior walls, but I opted to put soundproofing in the bathroom for obvious reasons. So this bathroom, you can see these walls here in the bathroom, even though they're interior walls, I have them done. They're soundproofed, and we're gonna have a niche, what they call a niche. So that's what this area is for, so that we can put our soaps and stuff on there. And as before, I talked about, this is the area where the toilet and the bidet is going, and I've picked up the bidet right here, the bidet seat, and I got the toilet bowl, the toilet tank rather. The bowl is on the way, so we got that out of the way. We also, since the last time I talked, I put in blocking for, in this case, a towel rack, and over here, of course, that's for the toilet paper holder. You want blocking so that you're not just depending on drywall to hold those out. And I put this in here for a bar, and this is the bar right here, to assist you in getting out of the tub. So again, this is a closet. We'll move here in bedroom 2. Again, the exterior wall has been foamed. The exterior wall has been foamed. We got foam there in the closet, but that's really for the bathroom that we just left. And then there's those vents again that we talked about right there. And before when I was here, I told you I was putting a switch in, and there's my switch. Matter of fact, I got 2 switches there. So all the electrical is done. And again, on this knee wall up here, they foamed it and they wrapped it. And so let's keep moving. Now, I mentioned before that this home has 2 air conditioners. It has a 3-ton and it has a 3.5-ton. So come with me, we'll take a quick look up here in the attic. This is the 1 air conditioner right here. This is the 3-tonner right here. And before, I just had boxes, but you can see I've mounted the switches and the outlets, and I put a light up there because that's required. And one thing that's real sexy, man, I really like it. I had my carpenters to build a catwalk, so you can see part of the catwalk. And if you follow that catwalk, it takes you over to the other air conditioner. The other air conditioner is a 3.5-ton. So hopefully by getting this house tight and insulating it very good, they won't hurt us too bad on the light bill. That's what we're hoping for. I worked for a power company for 40 years. I'm not trying to turn around and give them all my money. So again, we have the exterior wall here. Now, I pre-wired this wall for all my stereo equipment. So right here is speakers. Right here is going to be a subwoofer. That's an electrical outlet. Over here is going to be various connections that's going in the back of my receiver right there, already in the wall. And again, over here, speakers and another place for a subwoofer. And then up here, if I wanted to add any more wiring, it's already there. So I had to get all of that in the wall prior to their work. I put a place here. I'm going to mount some speakers right here on this space. I got the same thing over here. Going to mount speakers there. And then I told you before, right there I'm going to have some speakers, and right here I'm going to have speakers. So we got all of that ready. And again, on these walls, no insulation was required. This is my media closet. No insulation was required here because this is interior, so it would serve no basis. Again, this is our little coffee bar we're gonna have. I'm gonna move over here now into the master bedroom. Now the master bedroom, if you look, this attic is not accessible. It's too small an area for somebody to inhabit or to navigate. So we were permitted to put foam on the roof in here. So this is all foamed. So again, the exterior wall is foamed here. And then again, this is the shower area, the bathroom. There's another niche. I'm not sure if I had that before. I got a light in for the shower, or the wiring for the light. I know I didn't have the exhaust fan. I got the exhaust fan in. And then, as I mentioned before, we're going to have a bathtub in this area. So we're going to have a light there. And bathtub's going to have a whirlpool. So that's the power for the whirlpool. And right over here, the toilet. And over here, we do have the toilet. It's in that box. I went with Toto. I heard that was a great product. So I went with Toto. And I think in this box here is the bidet seat. Yeah, we're gonna do the bidet thing. So we have that going, and we'll go here in the master closet. It's insulated ceiling and walls. And before I told you I needed to put an outlet in here, so I got that outlet there. And I think I had one wire in here for a light. I decided this room is a little bigger, so I'm gonna put 2 lights in here. So that's what we got. So you can see they caulked all of the foot plates here. They caulked all of the seams. I mean, they did a great job as far as I'm concerned. So we'll keep it moving. Again, foam. And so I wanted this room soundproofed. Not for the reason some of you dirty-minded people might think, but next door is going to be my entertainment room, and I know I'm going to have some, some music on or some movies, and I like it a little loud sometimes, and Veronica don't. So we had them put this acoustical bats on this wall and on this wall, so that this room will be virtually soundproof. So between the acoustical bats and the foam, it should be a nice environment for sleeping or whatever. Again, they put the foam up here. I'm sorry, they put the bats up here. And the rest of this area is going to be blown in insulation, R38. They'll literally take a hose and they'll blow insulation in all of these areas once the drywall is in, so that you'll have something to hold it in place. And so this is the kitchen, all foamed in. Now, you can see right here, also I put soundproofing on this wall. I got them to do that for me today. And the reason I did that is because I think on the last video I told you guys that I was going with what's called the hybrid water heater. And it's supposed to be very inefficient and not supposed to save you a lot of money. But after reading several reviews, a lot of people complained that it was very noisy. And so I opted to soundproof that wall because the hot water heater is on the other side. I think before I told you that this was the area where the refrigerator is going. I got the outlet mounted for the refrigerator, and there's the little hook up there for the refrigerator. And we'll keep it moving here. This is where the hot water heater is going, right in this area right here. And we already have the hot water heater and, of course, the expansion tank. And I'm going to have a recirc pump in that little box. And what the recirc pump does is it'll rotate the water so that in the case of the bathrooms, it's more instantly hot. It'll keep the water hot so you ain't got to wait forever to get hot water. So we're going to have a recirc pump in there. So again, now this is an interior wall. Again, this is for the washing machine, and this is for the dryer. So this is an interior wall. There was no need to insulate this wall. Again, this is an exterior wall, so it had to be insulated. And again, you can see that they caulked the seams, and they also caulk the floor plates. And the reason that you do that, again, tightness, but also so that insects can't get under there and everything. And again, I'll show you the products I use, but I put boric acid on all of the plates, the floor plates, so that if bugs do get in here, that boric acid, it lasts for a lifetime. It'll kill them. In this little room I explained before, this is the powder room in here. Same thing, we got that. Now you see this wall here has the insulation, acoustical insulation. That's because, again, this is bedroom 4, but I designated the man cave. And again, I like loud music and loud videos, so I had them soundproof this room. So I ain't got to hear those 3 words from Veronica, turn it down. And again, you see the vents that are in there. And again, this area will be blown with R38 blow-in insulation. Now this wall here is adjacent to the garage. So not only did they have to foam that wall, but they also had to add a wrap on that wall. And there's some special designations with in a garage that's attached to a home. And so we got this again. I have this for my stereo that I'm gonna have in here. I've already run the wires for all of that. And again, I'm gonna have a subwoofer over here, and I'm gonna have a subwoofer here, and so I got it in the wall, and so we'll try to make it as clean as possible, and there we have it. We'll take a little quick peek out here in the garage. Again, here in the garage right now. I had to come out here yesterday as well and put the fire block, and also I had to wire the garage for a future garage door opener. That's I pulled a new wire in for that from the last time I was here, because one of the things, I was at a friend's house and I realized that I didn't have circuit for the sensors, so I had to run wires for sensors for the garage. And so while I was doing that, I just pulled all new wire. This white powder is the boric acid I was talking about that I put on the plates of everything. And so I don't know what we're going to do insulation wise regarding the garage. I'm still seeking some clarity on that. But yeah, excuse me. That's the wall where the garage attaches to the bedroom, so that we have like a fire block on that. Also, when you have a garage that attaches to a home, you got to have a special door. You have to have a door that's rated to withstand fire for 20 minutes, and it has to have a spring to keep it closed, because you don't want a fire and the door is open. You're defeating the purpose. And we've already purchased several things for the home. We got all of our tile for the bathrooms, floor, and also the backsplash for the kitchen. We've purchased all our fans. We've purchased all of our lighting for the home. The only thing that we lack is the plumbing fixtures, as far as faucets and everything. And that's just a matter of, in this bathroom, for instance, we got the sink already, and this is the toilet that's going to go in that bathroom here in the tank. So we got just about all of our fixtures except the fixtures for the sinks. So that's another part of being your own general contractor. You got to order everything. We got the kitchen sink right there. So we got it. They usually say you got everything but the kitchen sink, but we got the kitchen sink. So we good. So all of this stuff is stuff to go in. That's waiting to go in. Had to purchase 11 fans. We got 11 fans going in here, and we shopped around and got the best deals we could on those. So that's a whole nother thing when that gets going. And that is the next phase. Once we put the insulation in and it passes inspection, the next phase is to put the drywall in. And after that is cleared, then we can go ahead with what's called finishing, and that's where the real work begins. That's when you put in your baseboards, your trim around your windows, the floors. Right now we're deliberating. We don't know if we're going to go with our first inclination is luxury vinyl planks. But my wife loves tile, and we saw some tile Saturday that looked like wood. And so we're also considering that. So we'll see, but all of that work has to be done. We already got the tile. This is the tile here for this room out here again. This is our sunroom here. But you see it's foamed, and again, you see everything's caulked. I really like the work those guys did. And, I came a few days ago and labeled all the circuits for each electrical panel. So that has to be done. We got that out of the way. And so that's it. So now I'm waiting on, like I said, the blow-in insulation. And there's one other place that has to be insulated, and that's underneath the house. They have to put insulation between the floor joists, and they also have to put down what they call a vapor barrier, which is nothing more than 6 milliliters of plastic that has to go on the soil underneath the house. So we're waiting on those, and we'll call for inspection. And if inspection passes, then we'll begin to finishing phase, and it'll be downhill. I talked about the luxury vinyl plank. This is one that we're considering here. That's one. I got all kind of samples. Of course, like I explained before, that's our front door, so we'll be putting that on really soon, and just looking forward. It's been fun. It's been very frustrating for me. It's one thing to go and buy a house, but when you're trying to build it, it's tough, man. It's a lot of stuff, but and I don't have any experience at this, so I'm learning on the fly. But it's been good. It's really been good, and I've enjoyed the experience. So anyway, I just wanted to bring you up to speed on that, and I hope everyone has a nice day. Again, I mentioned the last time that we were working on the soffits and the fascia, and we finally got that finished. We were liking the north side, so I'll just take a quick little look at that real quick. It took 4 months, but we got it done, and it turned out really good. So hopefully I don't have to worry about that no more. If it has to be changed again, that'll be on Randall and Jarvis. But the old man has done his part. So again, thank y'all for the tour. There's the RV. That's where you'll find Veronica up in that RV and that AC with that TV remote in her hand. But I must say, she came down and she worked like a bandit yesterday. She came and swept the whole house out. And once she gets going, man, I can't keep up with her. I really can't. But I'm giving her a break today. So anyway, guys, y'all be good. Talk to you later. Bye.